So, good afternoon, all my dear students. I hope you all are fine. So, today is a very special day for us. Many of you must have noticed also that the logo of our channel is changed, and the new name of our channel is Sunbeams Education. Okay, our motto is slim. We are providing the bright knowledge, the brightest knowledge. Okay, to all our dear class 4 ICC medium students. Okay, and it is also a sect of the Mohanty Public School Committee. Yeah, we are managing all the online platform in YouTube. We are managing the classes. Also, we are managing through other platforms like on public and private basis. So we have started this session with a positive vibe with a new name of the channel, that is Sunbeams Education. Okay. The name Sunbeams came from the motto providing bright knowledge. We are providing the knowledge as bright as the sun rays, the sunbeams. The meaning of the sunbeams is the rays of the sun. So our knowledge is the as brighter as the rays of the sun. So with this positive vibe, let's start today's chapter. Today's chapter is based on social studies, that is historical chapter, our past. Before going to the chapter, I just want to ask, what is past? Past means जो चीज हो चुका, what already has happened. Okay, so we will be learning about our past. Before going, you can see here I have given a photo of history. So basically, this chapter is based upon the historical studies only. So let's move forward. Okay, so the past. Okay, so in the past, we are basically reading the history. The study of the past is called as history. Okay, then what are the uses of history? People will say, why we read history? जो चीज हो चुका है उसको पढ़ के फायदा क्या है? Yes, it is very very important to read history. Why it is important? Let's see. It helps us to understand gradual changes with period of time. Time के चलते in a path of time, what all changes has happened? क्या क्या change दुनिया में हुआ है? अच्छा change क्या हुआ है? बुरा change क्या हुआ है? वो सब जानने के लिए it is very important to read history. Okay, it is very important to read history for the gradual changes with period of time. Okay, the next point is it helps us to mold our present and future. What is mold? Strengthen. What is mold? Mold means strengthen. Mold means strengthen. What is strengthen now? To improve. Suppose हम पास्ट में कोई कुछ अच्छा काम किया, जैसे विथ नॉर्मली टॉक अबाउट गांधी जी, मदर तेरेसा एंड ऑल द good people. We listen their good works, and by listening to their good works we can get some inspiration. हम उनसे कुछ सीख मिलती है, जिससे हम अपने प्रेजेंट मीन्स व्हाट इज हैपनिंग नाउ, एंड फ्यूचर मीन्स what you are going to do tomorrow or after, sometimes after. To strengthen that, it is very important to read history. Suppose I am talking about you only. Suppose yesterday you have done a very bad work. Suppose you have cheated your mom, that you told your mom that I have eaten all the lunch and you have not eaten anything. So you have learned that yes, I should not say my mom lie. So in present and future you can implement that history, your history, that yes, I have cheated once my mom, so I will not cheat my mom more. So to strengthen that only, history is very important. So basically in history we read the past things, what has happened before, and we learn from them, that how we can improve it, or what we can learn from them, so that our life in present and future will be good. Okay, so this is all. And the last point also I have already told you. Inspires us by telling brave actions of forefathers. Okay, please avoid the background noises. Okay, so brave actions of the forefathers. Brave actions means the good work. Suppose I have already told you about Mahatma Gandhi, the good works of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Gandhi ji, okay, and Mother Teresa. They are all the good works. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, they are all our forefathers. Forefathers means our ancestors who have already lived before, who are not now. So their good works we can inspire from them. We can learn from them. Mother Teresa, she was helping the needy children, the poor people, the poorest of the poor people. So for from her also we can learn many a things, and also we can learn about discoveries and inventions. Suppose I will tell you who invented electric bulb. Now all of you are using LED bulb and LED lights, but where from this concept came? It came from TG Bell. Okay, TG Bell. Sorry, not TG Bell. TA Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was the person who invented your electric bulb. So from his idea only now we are using electric bulb. So it is very important how he invented the electric bulb, what all things he used to make the electric bulb. I have told you one name, Alexander Graham Bell. Okay, AG Bell. AG Bell. If I will tell you the name, he invented the mobile phone. Nowadays, all are using smartphones. Okay, no one remembers him also, but because of his idea only, now we are using mobile phones. So it is very important what all he has done, how we will how he has made the mobile phone. Okay, from that, from by learning him only, we have improved and improved, and now we are in the stage of smartphone. Okay, one more invention if I will tell, Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, he discovered electricity. So by his discovery only we came to know that yes, electricity like thing works, by which we are learning many electrical appliances in our home. So these discoveries and inventions are very important. Okay. Now we will learn about periods of history. Okay, in your school also, my dear children, you are having many periods. Okay, 4 to 5 periods. So history also has many periods. There are three periods of history: ancient period, medieval period, and modern period. Okay, we all now lives in our modern period. Okay, we are now modern, so we all live in modern period. But we have to learn. We learn from this ancient period. We learn from this medieval period so that we can improve our life in the our modern period. So let's move read about them in detail. So before reading about periods, what are the criteria by which we are going to read? We are going to read about different, sorry, we are going to read about different kinds of people. Okay, we are going to read about different kinds of people, different types of people living in different periods, events. What are the basic events in that? What things were written, how they were living, all the things, and languages, which language were spoken in that time, and their food habits, clothes, and other activities, and all. We are going to read. Okay, so we will start with the ancient period. Okay, ancient period, it continued till 650 common era. 650, basically it is written 650, but if we will tell exactly, it is 646. It is 646 common era. It lasted till 646 common era. Okay, and in this period, what are the most important events? Vedas were written. Vedas are the old religious Hindu texts which were developed in this period, which were written in this period. They are the oldest known books. The Vedas are the oldest known books. Okay, basically the Hindu people are believing in these Vedas. Okay, oldest known book, and it was written in which language? See, this is very important. It was written in the Sanskrit language. This one you have to remember. It was written in the Sanskrit language. This question will guarantee come in your exam. This was written in the Sanskrit language. And here you see, people used to live in groups. Okay, from there only people started to living in groups. We are also now living in a group, yes or no? We are also now living in a group. Suppose we are living in a neighborhood, so these people also, they also live in a group, they'll also live in a neighborhood. And who was the king? There was a ruler called Rajan. This ruler called Rajan. Okay, you see Mahabharata Ramayana story, you will see there was a king. Okay, yes or no? And this king was called what? Rajan. Okay, this king was called Rajan. What was the occupation? Their main occupation was farming. Their main occupation was farming. Agriculture, farming. Okay, same thing only. Their main occupation was farming. Many of the people were doing which occupation? Farming. And to our the two great epics, Mahabharata and Ramayana, the two great epics were written in this period. You also remember Mahabharata was written by Vyas Muni. Okay, Vyas, or you can say Ved Vyas. Ramayana was written by Balmiki. Okay, in this ancient period only. And it was the longest period of history. Remember, longest period. Till now, it is the longest period of history. Okay, till now. Now we will come to medieval period. Medieval period means you started from the 647 CE to 1700 CE. Okay, this is the period of time. We started from 647 to 1700 CE. And you know, Vedas were written in the previous period. So in this period also, art, culture and language development took place. Different types of art, culture, everything were done. See, here many monuments were also done in this period. Qutub Minar, Red Fort, Taj Mahal, Char Minar, all the things were done in this medieval period only. Okay. And the major occupation, again, the major occupation was farming. Farming was only the major occupation of people, that is agriculture also we can say. Okay, the major occupation of the people was agriculture only. So many people were not so rich, so agriculture was only the occupation of the people, and it gave rise to many kingdoms. You have learned Mughal dynasty and all dynasties, they all came to in this period only. Mughal dynasty was a part of the medieval period. Okay, Mughals, Akbar, Babur, Shahjahan, all these people were the Mughals, and this they belong to the medieval period only. And British conquered India. British, this one is important. British conquered India in the medieval period. Okay, British conquered India in the medieval period. So this period is called the period of monuments. Okay, this period, if I will give a name to this period, then this period is called the period of monuments. Period of monuments. This period is called the period of monuments. Okay, so let's move to the next part. Next part. Okay, period of monuments. Now we will learn, there are some important monuments, that some important thing you have to learn. Okay, some important monuments are there, so you have to learn some important things about them. Okay, so let's read. First is your Red Fort. First is your Red Fort. You see, I have given a picture of Red Fort here. Red Fort is located in Delhi. All of you know that Red Fort is in Delhi. You can take a screenshot of this page also, because this page is very important. Okay, Red Fort. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Red Fort is where? Red Fort is in Delhi. Red Fort is in Delhi. Okay. It was built by whom? It was built by Shahjahan in the year 1648. Year not at all required, not required much to remember. Also remember some years, but it will not come. Basically, built by and location will come of the monument. Year may not come, but still don't take any risk. You, if you want to remember also that one, also remember. No problem. Qutub Minar, you see, Qutub Minar also many of you have must have visited, and it is also located in the Delhi. It is also located in Delhi. It was built by Qutubuddin Aibak. Qutubuddin Aibak was the king of the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, you will learn it in class 6 or 7. He was the king of the Delhi Sultanate, and he built this in the year 1193. Okay, 1193 he built the Qutub Minar. Next is your Hawa Mahal. Hawa Mahal is in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Okay, it is the one of the most famous monuments of India. It was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh. Okay, he was the king of Jaipur. He built this Hawa Mahal. Okay, and it was built in 1799, the year. Next is your Gol Gumbaj. Gol Gumbaj is located in Bijapur. Very less people know about it, but still I'm telling, Gol Gumbaj is located in Bijapur. It is built by Yakut of Dabul. Yakut of Dabul was a designer. Okay, it was not built by Yakut of Dabur. He was the designer Yakut of Dabul. Okay, it is also important one. Yakut of Dabul. I'm giving a star mark here. Okay, it is also important one. Yakut of Dabul. He built it. It was in the year 1656. It was completed. Fatehpur Sikri. It was built by Akbar. It is located in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, Agra. In Agra, also one more monument is located known as Taj Mahal. That one also remember. I have not given. Taj Mahal, one more uh, monument was located and it was built by your Shah Jahan. Only built it was Taj Mahal. And it was Fatehpur Sikri was completed in the year 1569. This the Shah Jahan was the grandson, pota. Akbar का पोता कौन है? शाहजहां. अकबर का बेटा जहांगीर, जहांगीर का बेटा शाहजहां. So अकबर का पोता है शाहजहां, the grandson of Akbar. Okay. So next part is your modern period. Modern period means the period in which live. Okay, the period of Gandhi. Gandhi Bapu is here in this period. So it started from 1700 CE till the date. Okay, 1700 CE and till date. British ruled India. This period, in this period only, British ruled India. 1757 to now 1947. This complete period was marked by the British rule in India. Okay, in this period only, Indian National Congress was formed. Okay, you know now the Indian National Congress, who is the president? Sonia Gandhi. But it was formed in 1885. Date is December 29. Okay, date is December 29. And Indian independence was took place in 1947, 15th August 1947, and partition of India. Partition of India before India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, they were in one country, but in 1947 they were two separate countries, Pakistan and India. And further, the Bangladesh area was also taken by Pakistan, but in 1971 the East Pakistan became the new country, Bangladesh. Okay, these are all extra things you will learn. Okay. Then influence of history. What are the influences of history we are learning? See, from the ancient part, we learn how to live in a society. Okay, how we will live in a society, कैसे जीते हैं, how to live in a group. Okay, how to listen the works of our leaders, our Rajan. Okay, now who is our Rajan? Prime Minister Modi. Okay, he is the ruler. He is not a ruler. He is the leader. He is now ruler is now India don't have any ruler. We have a leader. Narendra Modi, our chief ministers of state, they are our leaders. Okay, and our MLAs and MPs. So we should cooperate with them and live in a good society. Medieval period, art and architecture. Okay, many monuments, okay, forts, all were built in this period. So art and architecture we learned from the medieval period. Modern period, we learned about freedom. India got freedom in the modern period, and also every people was given right in the independence. Right of the independence was given to every people. Okay. Now it's sources of history. This is also the most important part. What are the sources? There are two sources: archaeological sources and literary sources. So we'll learn about them in details. Archaeological sources means the old sources. Okay, archaeological sources are the old sources. What all they include? They include old mountains. They can have forts. They can have palaces. They can have coins, earthen pots. Okay, cave wall paintings, old paintings. See, I have given a coin. So by this coin, you can know who is this king, in which period this king was. Okay, who is this? This is, I think, Buddha. Okay, we from which place this coin came, who was the ruler, what was the time. All these things we can know from these archaeological, okay, archaeological sources. Okay, different forts, when was this fort built, who built this fort, all the things we can know from these archaeological sources. Now literary sources is basically your books. When inscription, this books told that how the people live, how which type of clothes they wear, okay, their lifestyle and all the things. The epics, Mahabharata and Ramayana, are two epics of India written in ancient period. They were written in palm leaves. They were written in palm leaves. And the four Vedas were also written in, are the literary sources which tell us about many historical things. Okay, all the books, all the inscriptions, everything. Okay, and these epics were written in the later Vedic period. Okay, early Vedic period and later Vedic period we are having, but to remember, these epics were written in the later Vedic period. The Vedic period we will learn in the next class. Means not next class, means in class 5 or 6, you will learn about the early Vedic and the later Vedic. But just to remember. Okay. Now, archaeologists and historians. This one is the photo of National Museum of India that is present in Delhi. This is the photo of the National Museum. Okay, in where it is? In Delhi. National Museum is in Delhi. So this is the photo of the National Museum. Okay. So the study of the past is called what? History. The people who study human history is called the archaeologist. The people who study human history is called the archaeologist. And these historical sources जहाँ से ये सब मिलता है, it is called archaeological sites. Suppose your monuments, your coins, everything, they are the archaeological sites. Okay, and the research, the people who research on these are called historians. They are called what? Historians. And these all the sources are preserved in the museum. Suppose we are having this National Museum of Delhi. So these are all very precious, so we should maintain cleanliness. Okay, and we should not touch this in a museum. We should this is for our research thing, so we should see it only, we should not touch. These all things we should take care. Okay, so these are all about this chapter. So let's meet in the next class with a new topic. Till then, thank you, bye bye, and take care. God bless you. Like and subscribe to the channel, and any doubt you can ask in my email ID. Okay.